Hello, I'm Czardus, and let's play City Skylines. Welcome to Wakashan Bay. This will be the beginning of the series. Now, what I want to do today is we are going to get right into this and get started. Let me show you the map just a little bit. We have this beautiful map that I've built, and I want to get our starting area in here. We are going to be playing with the milestones turned on, but the whole map is unlocked. But anyway, let's go ahead and I want to get a dirt road. We'll go ahead and, actually we need to build a road as usual. Let's go ahead and just get this in here. And then we will switch to a plain road. And I want to just get some cheap roads in here. And this is going to be our starting town. I want to take advantage of this beautiful long beach here and have that be like a pretty city park or waterfront or something like that. But I do want to have a sawmill over here. So that's going to be our starting industry area. Unfortunately, we don't. I mean, we're going to have dirty industry for, I think, until here, 480 people. So we actually might be able to get enough people in without too much dirty industry, and then we can go from there. But we do need to come in here and have a little bit of a road in here. We are going to go ahead and use this one, and I think this road is going to be a little bit curvy. It is pretty flat in here. This whole area is nice and flat, and I think eventually like we'll have the road come through here, and it can be mostly straight because they probably would have cut right through the wood. Although maybe it comes down to the beach. Yeah, we'll have it come down here and then curve out. And eventually, we're going to want to come up, I think, and get across this and have a road go out that way. But this is our only road in the whole map right now. So we're going to bring this down this way. And I'm just using my forest brush mod to take these trees out. Bring it right along here. And then curve back out towards the sawmill. So I want to take the trees out before I put anything down, because the game would render any trees that are covered up. Even if you can't see them, the game is still rendering them. So by taking them out, we are saving a little bit on the graphic processing by taking that out. And there are a lot of trees in here. In fact, looking at the limits, this is the CSL Showed More Limits mod, and you can hit Control L and it will bring up all the numbers that you have. Trees, we have 368,000, which is more than the maximum, or more than the maximum without mods. So we are using the Unlimited Trees mod. If you were wondering about that, that is something I almost always do when I'm building on a map, especially if it's a map of my own creation. So this road will come out through here and eventually over to there, and this will be where we get our initial industry. So I think we'll go ahead and clear out some more trees here. We can go ahead and get a wider brush for that. Not flat here, but that is okay. Let's go ahead and bring this road straight this way, and probably eventually have the bridge there. But for now, let's go ahead and bring this over, and we'll get a power plant in here. And I think what we'll do is we will use a modified one. So this one is 40. I think we'll go ahead. How much are these? 30,000 to build that, 19,000. So this one is based on the coal power plant. You don't want to spend too much money on things, but I think we'll do that. We'll put this in. Okay, so we've got a coal power plant. We probably should get an inland water treatment plant too, because we don't want to dirty this whole area up too much, and that is the same price as a simple water dump. So we're going to put this here. Now we've got these. We'll get a pipe out to the other area, which will be our main build, or like our main residential and commercial area will be through here. Here we are, and then we can start getting a little bit of zoning in here. So what I am thinking is we'll get some commercial along here as we lead into a park, I think. Yeah, I think we need to take out more trees. So another way that you could do this is using the Move It mod. But this will work. We'll go like that. And I think what we'll do is a grid, but will kind of be modified a little bit. So this is what I'm thinking here. Grids are very easy for city planning because you can go in and easily survey the land out. So that's why they're so common, especially in North America. Yeah, I think this will work. It'll be a simple grid here for residential. And grids also have the benefit of being good for walkability and for like finding your way around things. Make that all into one node there. So we're going to use the Move It mod. Actually, I don't think we need that. We're going to just move this like that, and then we'll use node controller. Try and do that. That made everything so weird. Did not make our nodes very well liked here. Maybe because we are messing with gravel roads that have weird stuff to them, but here we go. I get a slope for some reason, and that made it better. Then we can bring it back closer together. Until we leave it like that. That should work. Okay, so that gets that node over in there, and then we can grab this like so. And that should be good to get us started. Let's get a little bit of water there. Anytime you're building in your start, you don't want to spend more money than you need to. So we're just going to bring these pipes in like that and make sure that all of that area has water. And then we can bring a power line from the power plant. We'll just bring this down, so it will be temporary, right over to there. And then we can go ahead and fill this with low density for now. No, actually, we'll take this out. So one thing we are doing is I'm going to put a little bit of high density in here. We're going to do ploppable stuff. Let's get our first homes in here. I think low-rise condo would be good. Yeah, these will be good to start. 9,600 to build that, though. Not too keen on that. This one is 0 to build. I want to. Can I sort by that? I cannot sort by price. Okay. Then we are just going to have to find ones that don't have a price. Here we go, mid-rise condo. Let's get a few of those in here. Building that did cost 100, but that's it. And that has 65 households. Just a couple of these should actually get us to where we need to be. And then it's a matter of making sure that we have a little bit of variety in here too. That one is huge. We don't want anything that big. This one, we'll spend the money on that. Put that there, and then we'll get a curved one, another one here. And that gives us 122 plus 65. That's what, 186 households? We should be able to get to the first milestone with that. So we'll go like that, and then we will unpause. And what I want to do is I want to find the first person moving in. Okay, so Katie Cooper here is the first one, and we are going to follow her as she drives to town. All right, and while we are following her, I will give you the background of this series. So we are going to have this be community driven. And what that means is that people who are like, what I want to do is I want to take your input throughout the entire series. So this will be a weekly series in order to give time for that feedback. And then what you can do is you can make suggestions in the comments for what we do, or you can periodically vote in the elections for mayor. So then on Patreon, the people on Patreon get some additional benefits and ways that they can make input. People who are $1 a month Patreon supporters get to have a say and make official suggestions or create characters that they will nominate for mayor. And people at higher tiers then get to be on the city council and vote for various policies and things like that. Oh, we've got trees in the road, but okay, that's fine. And then people at higher tiers can do even more. So there's a link in the comments below that goes into more of the details. Oh, look at that. We have reached Little Hamlet. But anyway, yeah, there's a link in the comments below that can show that we, like, what we can do and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and continue following here. And yeah, so we'll have that every Monday will be a new video in this series. That is the plan. And we'll be incorporating things and go from there. And I really am excited to be building on this map. I made it custom I made it for the series. And in fact, you can find it on the Steam Workshop as well. The link for that is down below as well. And I hope you have fun building on it too. But let's go ahead and probably speed this up, and then we'll be ready to build some more. And I forgot to mention that our first mayor in the series is someone named Akachita. I don't know how to say it. We'll just say Peacecraft. Akachita Peacecraft. There we go. A member of the Yimby Party, yes, in my backyard. 45 years of age and with urban planning and policy doctorate from University of Southern California. And he is a widower with 2 kids, both sons, aged 15 and 17. He is fighting for a more reachable, more connected city. He is ready to fight for Wakashan Bay. So that was suggested by Patreon Mehmet Ali Berkstan, or Berdskin. I'm terrible with names. I apologize for butchering things. But anyway, as a member of the Yimby Party, Peacecraft is advocating for public transit infrastructure, higher density development, and many smaller green spaces for a more urban style to the region. So that is why we went with high density here, and we don't have water. How do we not have water? Oh. You guys, I forgot to build a water plant, or a water tower. That was really, really silly of me, but as usual, I mean, that happens. Everybody makes mistakes. So we're going to get that built. Hopefully we get plenty of people moving in. Even without that, we will have, I think we're going to need, we hit the first milestone, so we're going to need garbage. We have to think about that, and we are going to skip the schools for now. Not very long, but we are going to skip them for now. And I think what I want to do is try and get another building in. So first of all, let's get garbage. And we'll throw a landfill. I don't know, I guess we'll throw it back in here because we need to have stuff somewhere. So we're going to put that there. That used up some of our money. And I think we're going to have to get a commercial building in. So I'm hand picking things right now. I don't plan to do that forever. But I do want to get some, let's see, building level, maps of 1. I do want to get some buildings in here, and I don't want to have just general stores or like general, vanilla assets and stuff like that. So I think what we'll do is we'll get, although if I do this, they're going to, don't want to do too much here because I don't want to spend too much money and I don't want anything super fancy here. Let's get these. Main Street, we'll get a couple of these in so that we still have a little bit of density here. There we go. Yeah, I like these. We'll move them over. That will get us a little bit. I don't want that one. We'll get us a little bit of commercial in. And with the mods that we're using, that should add a little bit of jobs so that we probably will see demand drop. We are going to need to get more, get some industry in a little bit, but we will get another building, another residential building in here. I wonder if these could clip together. Oh, they already did, and that looks quite nice, actually. And I think what I want to do is just copy this one, that, and clip them together too, so that we've got just one building in here. Yeah, I like that, and that should again add a little bit more jobs. They should stop complaining about water here because now we have water treatment and we have jobs for them. Yep, go work in your jobs. And let's speed this up. So we'll have people move in. They are arriving slowly. And that is going to come up a little bit higher. I'm hoping to get to 480, and then we can get a little bit of forestry specialization. Okay, we made it to 480 just fine. And we get districts and, of course, forestry and agriculture. So that is what we wanted. We are going to come in here. And also, importantly, we can do district themes. So first, we are going to get this. This will be a city. And I think, yeah, we'll go ahead and have this be Aspen Hills. We'll name that probably a different name in the next episode, but we'll get to that shortly. But now we can go in and we can change the theme here. And I want to enable theme management. This is the, what is that theme called? Theme manager? I don't remember, honestly. Yeah, theme manager probably. So anyway, I want to do Brookbury as a fine theme to use here, I think. We'll go ahead and continue to use that. Although I think, no, we'll go ahead Brookbury and use modern. Yeah. Both of those should be fine, and we can go ahead and we can't zone high density, which is a little bit frustrating, but when we can do zoning, we will do that. And in the meantime, we can now come over here and get a forestry theme. So yeah, I want to have a district over here, which is going to have the forestry specialization. And this is how we're going to do this first. We're going to have the zoned industry to begin with. And we'll do a curved road out this way. And probably just get a little bit of roads going off. Just to get a little bit of variety in the buildings. Because that will force some of these or like different size buildings and stuff like that to spawn. So that'll be that. Let's go ahead and take out the trees because I actually want this to be like sawmills and stuff like that rather than actual forestry. So let's go in and check. Yeah, there's no forestry there, so we will not have any of the raw resource buildings spawning here. We'll bring this in. That actually should cover all of it. We'll get a little bit of industry in here. And that should be close enough to get the power to jump as well. So that will give them jobs. Then we are losing money currently, so we do need to get more people in here. You have low land value, and you are a really high level building. So we are going to use a new mod to change the stuff that we're dealing with there. Okay, so now that I have the mod that I intended to have and forgot to add, we are going to go ahead and lower the levels of these with the level control mod. We have to do each one individually, which is a little bit annoying and something to keep in mind when we are trying to add homes. But let's go ahead and unpause. And that should keep this from being abandoned, but the land value is low, and we don't get parts until 750, so there is very little that we can do about that land value for them. We do have more jobs coming in here. We can't see unemployment that way yet, so let's go this way. I want to see employment. That is pretty low. So yeah, we need more jobs, or we need people to have jobs, and then they'll be able to move in. So that we can go ahead and keep adding in here. That should be relatively green industry, which will be very nice. They're going to come in and not be ideal, but the nice thing is that at 750 we unlock industry areas, and so we'll be able to get some real forestry going on. Although it will cost money to do that, but it will be something that we can do. We do have people moving in, and we are almost there. I think we're going to need more buildings, though. So let's go in here and find more that we can add. We want high density, and we're going to go ahead and now add max level of 1 to that. And this one here, mid-rise condo. Just add that there. And keep in mind that Peacecraft is very much into high density stuff and planned green spaces. So we're going to have green space right over there, but we're also going to get some across the street here, and this is going to be a park. So we can't do any park areas yet. We're going to get that very, very soon, though, because this will fill in, and then we'll get more people and be able to build there. This is filling in nice, and there we go. Tiny town. We have park areas and parks and plazas, industry areas, landscaping. We just unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Fishing, I think, will be another thing, and we're going to try to get to airport areas at 1300 very soon as well. Wait, let's go back. When do we get death care? When do we have to worry about that? Death care. I think we probably have to worry about that already, don't we? Well, let's go this way. This will be the fastest way to check that. Death care we have to worry about not until 1300. Okay, so that is fine. In the meantime, I want to change some of this. So if we have sawmills down here, which is what we're going to want to do, we are going to want to get a road coming up this way. And somewhere up here, we are going to get our forestry. I mean, we could go all the way up here. That's going to be, wow, man, but look at, it looks so nice in here. There's not really a ton of trees here. I think what we'll do is we'll just get some forestry in here to start. So what I want to do then is we're going to bring our road in, and we can just grab this way. Did we grab that road? There we go. And turn on or toggle the trees. Actually, let's take the trees out as we're going here. We'll come back and add trees again after we get the road in. So what we want is we want to try to keep this. I'm watching on here, Precision Engineering is giving us our slope. So we want to come up here. That was about 5% slope. It's an 8% slope. Continue this way and then try and get one around here and over this way. And that gets us right into this area, which is going to be our initial forestry spot. Let's come in here and just get a little bit of a smoother slope from here to here. Actually, no, from here to here. Yep, 3.5%. That's much better. So just a slight slope coming over to there. And I think that will work. Now we can go back and we'll add the trees back in. Unfortunately, actually, no, these are not costing us money. So that's good. Keep the trees out from there, but trees definitely need to be in this area. Okay, so now what I want to do then is we are going to take this back off. Yeah, that is a beautiful road coming through there. Trying to decide how much landscaping I want to do here. I think I want to smooth it out just a little bit here. Like that. Yeah. Okay, so what I want then is an industry area. And we're going to get that here. And that will come down to here. So we're going to get our sawmill in here. And speaking of sawmills and timber and stuff, one of the character nominations for the for mayor for the first election that you guys have already voted in was Pam Woodruff. And the story with her was that her father owned a lot of logging rights. And so we're going to have that play into that this is Woodruff timber. And we'll go ahead and put the main building down here, I think. Over on this side by the river. Woodruff timber has reached level 1. That is great. Yeah, with some nice little trees there. And then moving on, we're going to get small tree plantations up in here. So what I want then, how much did that cost? That alone cost us $4,000. We are generating money now, so that is good. We're going to get just one tree plantation, and we'll put one of these down here. Can't build on the water. Okay, I shouldn't have put that on that side, but that's okay. We'll put this over here. And I want one sawmill here. And that's all we have the money for. We need to get water out here. And we need to get that all the way out to our plantation. So there we have it. We have our first little bit of industry in here. Woodruff Timber will have 75 workers. Once it is full, it will have enough workers, so it should be good there. We can speed this up. We'll get more money coming in. They do want some police complaining about services, so we better serve them with that. And we can see unemployment here now, too. Unemployment is very high. It will get back down. And I want to use this. I don't want to import any of that. We want to say prefer local district. We're not importing any lumber. Same thing here. We don't want to have any import of lumber. In fact, you can only take it from Woodruff Timber, but you can export just fine. So that is going to be low for a while because we have to wait for this to be done. And we want to grow, can do fir. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. We can do that, or we can do the Norfolk pine. I think that blends in better. And that just had a shipment come out, which is going to come down to here and put a little bit in storage. So that will get our sawmill working. And then we'll get enough. We have enough workers. Now we just need the production there. So that will be good. Unemployment is still nice and high. And the part of that is because our commercial buildings are now abandoned. Probably because we did not have any... Yeah, crime rate was too high. So we are going to go ahead and get our first police station in here. And we'll do this one once we get 12,000, which we are kind of broke a little bit right now. And people are complaining about money all around. I think we'll go ahead then and borrow a little bit of money so that we can get that out here. We want this in here. Yeah, this is the one we want. And we'll put that right there. Let's go ahead and we'll spend the money on a fire department too while we're at it. And this one, how much is this? 12,000 or 12,000. Let's get this one in here. So we are now really tight on money. So we are going to cut our industry budget significantly, which should help a lot. Let's cut the power as well. I think we have the capacity to do that. And let's raise taxes temporarily. We don't want to go broke. That should help us out. We're going to get police coverage out here. Our industry will be working. Everything will be functional. You just wait and see. See? It was easy. We're back in the green. We are going to come over here and we are going to reset these so that we have commercial again. That is going to make people happy. That is going to give more jobs. 30% unemployment. We can't add more people yet. I could add more zoned industry, but I'd rather be making money from our industry area here, which we are doing. We're making a whole $321 per week, but that should improve now because we have plenty of wood in storage that we are exporting. So it's just a matter of getting there. We'll get more production and we will make money. 3,400 now. That's good. 23% unemployment. I don't think I want to add more to this. I think what I want to do is add more in here. And factory, we need to get to level 2 forestry area, and then we can get a factory. We'll need planed timber and papers. So we need to get paper as well, which we need level 2 for. And then we'll have plenty of stuff being produced. Let's go ahead and get another one of these raw things, and let's add a road this way just to be able to fit a little bit more in here. Same thing, and get a little bit of water out this way. That will increase our production of logs. We do have a bit of traffic here, and eventually we'll get that road paved. But for now, we should be okay. I mean, traffic shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, 82%. We do have a lot of people cutting through here, which is not what we want. And so one way that we're going to avoid that is I'm going to come in here and say that this road, you have to go that way. And the same thing. Let's say, actually, that might have cut any, but well, no. I want them to be able to turn that way. What we'll do is we'll come in here and this one has to go that way too, which just makes it more likely that people will choose this road over the other one. And we'll fix that by adding higher speed limits eventually too, which I suppose could be the fix now. Right now, yeah, let's get these down to 20 through, or 10 through here. Nice low speed limit on the side streets. So Mayor Peacecraft, which is me, I'm serving as Mayor Peacecraft, is coming in here and saying that we want very calm residential streets, so we are going to have 10 mile per hour speed limits on our side streets. And then we should be able to come in here and delete those restrictions, and the vehicles should still choose to go this way. You're not really choosing it though. Let's continue to figure out how to change that. we put stop signs in here. That will slow them down even more. The other thing we could do is we could take this road out. There, I think more are choosing this way now. I mean, it's much higher, much faster to go through there. So we should see plenty doing that. We'll do that too. So now hopefully they go right through. They don't have to stop. I don't know why he stopped there, but there, that should work. Now we have more money. How is our timber doing? That is now, well, currently losing money, but it is producing very slowly. And unemployment is still 20%. Let's get another commercial building. So they are able to level up, but they do want higher land value. We can, actually, we could do that. So we want to park here. And I think what we'll do is we'll just put a standard park in. Yeah, it will fit fine. We want this kind of centered here. It has very basic trees in here. Let's change those. I want these to be taller. Yeah, about those. And this bush, that can stay as that bush. Yeah, I like that. So now we should have a little bit more land value. Let's check on that. Land value is increasing a little bit, which is exactly what we wanted to see. And we'll come in here and we can now get another commercial building, and we can go ahead and zone this now because we have the building theme set. So those will spawn in there. It can be a little bit low. I mean, we can't do high density yet. We can't do that until, what, 4,000 people. But we can get jobs in through commercial zoning. It's definitely annoying to have so much industry coming through here, but there isn't much we can do about that. We need the industry. Could probably add another industry area over here at some point. Ooh, or we could get fishing. Let's get some fishing in. Unfortunately, that means we're going to eat into our harbor, our like nice beach here. It's really the only low spot we have. I think what we'll do is we'll make this into a little harbor, which we have the money for. So we'll go ahead and get a key over here. Simple seawall. Like that. And then we'll get this all at the same height. Yeah, and then we can remove the sand there. To remove sand, I'm using the Extra Landscaping Tools mod. And that gives us a little bit of an actual harbor in here. That will be nice. So we can come in and we are going to get a little bit of fishing in. So we want general fishing harbor. It's not going to be too happy in some of these spots, but we'll get a dock here. And we're going to slow this down for a moment. But let's just have this boat come over here. Try and fish the mouth of that river. And then come right back in. Okay, so that gets that there. And then we want to get a road in. And we are going to make this nice and low. First of all, we want that to be at that height. And in fact, we can go down a little bit more. That's the height we want. And then we're going to use the network multi-tool to unlock this segment here. And we can come in and we'll get a nicer road in there. We are making more money. It is good to see. And for a road, I think what I want is... we don't have these unlocked. Okay, we're just going to do the big rural asphalt road for now. Beautiful. And that's going to come around this way. We'll probably get something else in this area. But for now, I think we'll just bring this right in like that. So we've got a little bit of industry back this way. Go ahead and get some water pipe in here. And we need to get some power over here as well. We'll go ahead and do a rural power line. This one will be here for a little while. The other one was really more temporary. I can go right over in there. So that should get that operating. We've got 26 workers there. Unemployment is now more reasonable, 12%, which is good to see. And we want to add a park area in here then. So like I said, I want to utilize this waterfront as a nice city park. So we'll get an entrance there. And we can get residential or something over in there, but we'll get a nice city park in here, and we'll get an entrance. Can go ahead and use this one. I think it's the only one I have. I don't know. We've got this Chinese main gate as well, but I don't think I want to use that one. Just use this park main gate. And that will give us a park named Bedford City Park, which can be renamed as well. So what I want is we're going to put this centered in here. We're going to actually move it back a little bit because I think we're going to end up widening that road before too long. And I want to double check on the time here. Yeah, you can see that the shadows are getting longer and longer, which meant that our time was creeping backwards. Okay, now we want to bring this park in. The park path. And I just want to bring it. We're not going to do too much with this just yet. But I want to get a cafe in, a restroom, and an info booth. And that should be about it. We'll also keep the entertainment is not quite high enough, so I guess we'll have to add one more thing. We could add, there's nothing we could add, actually. I don't want a plaza. And, okay, let's go into park areas then. We'll add a little tennis court in here. It's going to take our path out, but that's okay. And used up most of our money, too. And then all ground level. There we go. So that should have added enough entertainment. Yep. That will be able to be expanded. We need to get more people, but unemployment is actually perfect for that. Check on this. That is now still losing money a little bit, but it's because we're not really exporting just yet. All of our timber is going right to, or all of our logging is going to the sawmill, which is fine. Let's go ahead and get another building in here. It's hard. I don't want to be too high of levels yet. Here, what we could do is we could put some townhouses right along here. Yeah, these have 3 houses. That's perfect. That is beautiful. Let's go ahead and put those on the other side of this park as well. Yeah, so that will add, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24 households, 48 in total. That might be enough to get us over our 1,300 threshold that we're aiming for. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and add another gravel path here. Bring that right along like that, and then we can add connection there, and we'll get one on this side too. So that path goes right through. Yeah, that really fills in this whole park quite nice. We'll get just a couple of leafy trees to fill this in a little bit more here. So I want to get that brush to go away. Okay, now speed this up and get more people to move in. We are seeing some nice development in here. And I am rather happy with it. I mean, taxes are higher than I want them to be. I want taxes to really be like 9% generally across the board, and then we might raise them individually per district. That's really the way that I like to do things, but we're okay. We just added more people and we have a little bit more unemployment. Let's go ahead and get another timber thing in here if we can afford it. Yeah, we can add one more. So now we should be producing even more raw forest. Really not producing much at all. We're producing 3 tons. That will come down here. Storage is not very high. But we are making some money from that. Industry is doing okay. And actually, we could come in here. We could increase our budget on industry now. Now, let's put this back to 100%. I think we have the capacity that we can afford that. So that should get our output higher and make all of that more efficient as well. And then we need just a little bit more people. I think, yeah, we'll get a little bit more commercial in here. This intersection is going to cause a problem. I think what we'll do is we'll actually take this out. That will make that flow a little bit smoother. And we'll bring a road this way instead. Yeah, in fact, this could come all the way down. And then this node, this can come back over this way. And we can get more commercial in here. That'll add more jobs and get us closer to that lower unemployment. I think I'm going to have to make this bigger. Although, no, I think what we could do, let's try and get another one of these in. So get a little bit more fishing going. Let's get, I wonder what, we could get this fish pier in. Yeah, these are smaller dots. Let's get one here. See how we can make this look. If we bring this out like that and lower it down a little bit to there, I think that'll work. So we can come in here then and get some fishing boats going out. This one can just come out and go around this little island, I guess. It's trying to have like realistic fishing. So they have somewhere to go and stuff like that. That needs a little bit of more height, so it doesn't trigger being flooded. But that should give us more jobs. 14 workers there. And that did get the unemployment rate down a little bit more. Let's go ahead and add some more housing. Get these on each corner here. And then we'll get some of these on the inside. There we go, Boomtown. We reached 1,300 people. We have unlocked airport areas. That makes me so excited. Alright, so if you are enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit that like button. That is one way that you can extend the series. We are planning to do 30 episodes this time around. But at the end of the 30 episodes, for every video that has more than a 5% like to video ratio, which would be, say, 50 likes per 1,000 views, I will extend it further. So the liking of the videos actually has an impact. Now, the next thing we are going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of detailing. And then after that, we will have a little bit more build. We'll do detailing, then cinematics, and then we'll have more building. So be sure to stick through that. And let's get a little bit of detailing. There won't be too much today because the city is so tiny that we don't really have much to detail, but let's see what we can do. So I want to have our plan be that like we do that. We do a little detailing and then we go into a cinematic and then we come out with a night shot because I love the night shots in this game and I want to incorporate them a little bit more. So I want to be able to see what we build at all times of the day. And so this is what we have so far. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, the next thing we're going to do in our regular video format is we're going to have naming. So right now we don't have any names for anything because I want to take names from the community. So make some suggestions in the comments and then we'll go from there. But what we do have is we have things that we can build for Patreon supporters. So people who are supporters on Patreon will get a house now, and then others will get a larger house. So what we're going to do is down in here, we're going to get a couple of small houses. We'll have this one be the Josh Macaulay home, and that's already marked as a historical building. But what I will do is I put an asterisk there, and then next to that we will have Wolf Home. So we've got two homes here named after Patreon supporters, and then we get another one that will be a larger home. And I think what we'll do is we'll put a road somewhere that will lead to like other homes. Let's bring it back this way a little bit. That way we know that we probably won't take them apart or get rid of them anytime soon. Let's bring a road up this way. And that is a pretty steep slope. Let's see what we've got. 23% at parts. Let's fix that. Yeah, 10%. That's a bit better. Let's try and clean that up. They had to do a little bit of landscaping to get their house built. But up here, let's get a little bit of a building pad. And then we'll find a house here. Put that there, and then we'll lower the level. And this one is going to be a Corey Davis house. And we don't want actually to have city water. City power we're probably going to need. But for now, I wonder if there's one of these we can. No, I don't like any of those. Be nice if we use one of these, it would have power, but these homes are actually way oversized for what we want. Okay, so they are going to need, I suppose, see, even this is way oversized. The problem is the city is so far away that I don't really want to run a power line all the way out there. So we will give him a windmill. It's a little bit overkill, but it is what it is. Let's see if we have anything we can use for water. I thought I had block services, but I guess I don't have them enabled right now. So what we'll do instead is put like a little outrigger building here. There we go. Yeah, that should work. So he should have power and water. And it's named. Okay, so that is the naming for today. And then we're going to do an additional bonus build. So what I want next, I mean, I guess we could, actually I think my bonus build is going to be detailing this house a little bit. Oh yeah, he doesn't have sewage. Alright, well, water, he will connect to the water. I do like that little water pumping station up there, though. How much does it generate? 60,000. Which is actually the same as the water tower. There we go. So we've got city water coming all the way out here. And I figured at some point we would want that anyway, because we'll be building off of this road, I'm sure. But let's go ahead and give a little bit of detail to this house here, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so that should be our little bit of detail there. It's nothing special. In fact, we can come down here and get a mailbox too. But it has a little bit of detail, a little bit of extra stuff. We don't actually have any mailboxes. Oh, that's too bad. That'll work. Okay, so, oh yeah, let's get a little sandbox. Let's do this too. BM for Beard Monkey. It says a little bit more prop options. We can get a little trampoline and a sandbox. Yeah, I think that will work. A little bit of ruined in there, just to get rid of those sprites. And let's raise this prop up just a tiny bit, so it actually looks like a trampoline. There we are. So that is built, and we've done all of that. So now the next thing I want you to do is I want you to click on the video on the screen, which will take you to Brookbury. If you have not watched that series, you should really watch it. It's the one that I just finished, and it had a lot of inspiration for how we're going to do things in this build. So be sure to check that out. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.